What is going on YouTube? Just in case you didn't know, it's Justin's Case here, and I'm coming at you with MPC Season 6, Week 6 match against Mimo and the Carolina Pangoros Teambuilder. And Mimo's team, we're going to go over right now, is a pretty threatening team of Xurkitree, Mamoswine, Mandibuzz, Milotic, Terrakion, Slurpuff, Bisharp, Uxie, Crawdaunt, Delphox, and Scolipede. It's a very offensive lineup with really good bulk behind it. Mandibuzz is a pain to deal with. I really don't have an answer to stop Uxie lead. Crawdaunt is a royal pain to switch into, and then Mamoswine is just a monster. Very scary lineup. It's going to be very tough to deal with this team. I'm not looking forward to fighting this team. Particularly the biggest threats I'm worried about with going into this game is Mamoswine is just a really pain to switch into. It's the reason I drafted Cresselia. Cresselia can take it on fairly well, but even still, it's not an overall check. It doesn't always defensively check it depending on how low it is. So we have to play around Mamoswine very carefully. Uxie is a pain to deal with as a lead. Bisharp can be annoying, and then probably Scolipede is one of the biggest threats to my team of it being a setup sweeper. Because once it gets out of control with Speed Boost, there's not much I can really do to stop it. So I have to play around that very carefully. So let's go into what I'm bringing this week, and I got to play around this game very carefully if I'm going to win this game. So going into it, first off we have Choice Scarf Dugtrio, because we need Dugtrio to deal with Xurkitree. Otherwise, because that's the thing that makes Xurkitree almost null and void. Otherwise, it would be a major problem for my team. So Scarf Dugtrio outspeeds, beats Xurkitree. The speed is also outspeeds max speed Delphox Scarfed, so that's nice. It's a bit of a risk because it does not outspeed Terrakion with a Scarf, but the reason is I'm going with this is so that it gets a guaranteed KO with Earthquake, because Jolly Earthquake does not guarantee KO Terrakion. If he runs some leftover investment for whatever, if he speed creeps and has the rest thrown into HP, the likelihood of Earthquake KOing it is reduced as well. So I need Adamant just to make sure I get that KO on Terrakion. So it's a bit of a risk, but I have to take it. Stone Edge hits Mandibuzz, Stealth Rock so I can get some niche rocks up in case I need them, and then Toxic so I can whittle things down, such as Mandibuzz, such as Milotic, such as Uxie. So that's the main idea with Dugtrio. Wires down to get rid of that annoying Xurkitree that's probably coming to this game. Next up we have Darkside, the Kyurem Black. We're going stall Kyurem Black this game. Oh my lord, this is the weirdest Kyurem Black I think I've run yet. We're embracing the full asshole stall aspect with this one. Sub Kyurem Black with Toxic and Roost and Fusion Bolt with Z. It's basically, this helps it switch into Crawdaunt. Because this is my only Crawdaunt switch-in, other than Toxapex, but Toxapex doesn't take it on that well if it's banded, so Z moves so we can't get knockoff or get the knockoff boost. Terravolt, well, because it always has Terravolt when I'm talking about that. Fusion Bolt says it deals with Mandibuzz, it deals with Milotic. It goes subs up, so it guarantees does not get sub broken by even max special attack modest Milotic Ice Beam, because I've seen Mimo already run that, so it's coming, so I don't know, for all I know it could be coming, so having that there makes sure my sub does not get broken is nice. The speed is to outspeed max speed Crawdaunt, and then the rest is just thrown into attack, so I'm pretty sure Z-move, Gigavolt, Havoc, and Oko, Scolipede, non-HP invested. At Oko is Delphox, at Oko's a lot of things on his team, so Gigavolt Havoc is the option I was going with. I debated Ironhead to get Slurpuff, but Slurpuff I don't really fear with this thing anyways, unless it sets up a belly drum, so worst comes to worst, it kills me off and I do damage back with Fusion Bolt, but either of which, I don't really fear Slurpuff coming in against this thing, so, because I do have this one up next, Clefable. Clefable doesn't really care about Slurpuff setting up, Unaware, Fizdef, doesn't really care. The Berry Berry and Counter is for Bisharp, because that way if Bisharp comes in, it Iron Hands me, and I hit it back with a counter and it will knock it out. The one thing I only fear with this plan is it could flinch me. If it flinches me, I'm gonna get pissed, but because it's a damn 30%. But if this works, I eliminate Bisharp from the game, and that's a huge win for me. So Flamethrowers for also Scolipede, and Moonlight is because you can't get soft boiled with Unaware, so Moonlight is going to be our recovery for this mon. And then next up we have our main Mamoswine switch-in, and also going to be Scully Check, surprisingly. Mastermind the Cresselia. We're going offensive Cresselia this week, because bulky Cresselia has a lot of drawbacks. It lets Scully set up and also lets it kill it in the same veil. Max special attack, guarantee KOs, max HP Skull, almost, I think, I think it's a 98% chance to kill max HP Scully. The speed is to outspeed Bisharp, that's set to speed creep Clefable. So Clefable hits at max speed 240, and Bisharp can speed creep that hit 141 with Jolly. But if I run this with Clefable, I outspeed to speed creep the max speed Bisharp, or Bisharp is set to outspeed Clefable, because you don't typically see a speedy Cresselia. And this is going to be useful. HP fighting, I think, kills Bisharp after just a little bit of chip. I think it only needs is like 4% off and it kills Bisharp. So this is pretty nice. I like the set. Calm Mind setup potentially in something like Milotic, maybe Uxie, depending on what the set is. There's also a couple others. Delphox, particularly if it's a Scarf variant. Terrakion also, depending if it's choice locked. I don't think he'll bring choice locked though. Anyways, yeah, that's going to be Cresselia. It's just mainly a Scully check, and also can bait in the Bisharp and kill it. So if he runs Jolly, then he gets me a little bit, but even still, I don't think he will, because he needs Adamant for damage, and he's been only seeming running Adamant on paper, so it's kind of nice, and it can bait it in, so it's kind of good. I like this Cresselia. It's in the Mastermind for a reason. Next up, we have the embodiment of Apopus, my trap card. Couldn't fit Apopus in, but that's fine. It's going to be kind of just standard Serp. It outspeeds Scolipede before it gets a speed boost. Leaf Storm, because obviously we need Leaf Storm just to ramp up on power. The HP, I think it's to live a Mamoswine Icicle Crash. I think Banded Mamoswine Icicle Crash after Rocks with Yachi Berry. Because I'm pretty sure that's what it's for. Yeah, so anyways, yes, Serp, it takes it and can Revenge Kill in case it's Scarf, or it just takes a hit in general if I needed to. So yeah, Leaf Storm, HP Fire, hits Scolipede, hits Bisharp. Giga Drain is for recovery, and then Defog, because in case I need hazard control, remove the last second for something like Cure in Black. Serp is my only form of hazard control right now, so it's just kind of there for a niche. I really don't care too much about hazards this game. They don't really make much of a difference, because this team isn't particularly hazard weak, and I don't think he'll be setting up on me, so that's fine by me. So, because I debated Glare for this last spot to cripple Scully, but if he protects anyways, like a normal Scully user would do against a Superior, or anything generally, Glare would not work regardless, so, Defog was just a better call. It's just a better call right now. And then lastly, we have Toxapex. This is just going to be like a Mamo check. It potentially hits Skull. Can burn Mamo, does a lot of damage. Shucka helps it live in Earthquake. It also can play Mind Games, which hence the name with Cresselia. So if he stays in to go an Earthquake and I go Cresselia, he will have wasted an attack and get Crescent for free. Or if he overpredicts and goes for Icicle Crash or Knockoff predicting Cresselia, I can click Scald and hit him for nice damage and potentially cripple it with a burn. So this can play Mind Games with the Mastermind Cresselia and against his Mamoswine, so that's the main idea with this. The special attack investment is to make sure that Scolipede can never set up a sub on me. Max HP Scully does not set up a sub with this investment, so... And the defense is just Fizdep because it deals with Mamo, helps deal with hits, sponge hits from Mamoswine, sponge hits from Bisharp, which is I don't really have a switch in for. So yeah, Toxapex is going to be useful this game, and recover Haze so I don't deny setup for anything if Scully does happen to get a sub up behind us. Yeah, it's just kind of be there. And Toxic because Scully is obviously there, so T-Spikes I can't really set up this game, so Toxic's useful for the Mandibuzz or Milotic potentially, so that's kind of nice. I debated Mental Orb with this to prevent Uxie or Mandibuzz from taunting it, but I really don't care if it does regardless. I'm probably going to go for Skull predicting the taunt anyways, or just switch out, and I need the Shuka more for Mamo regardless. So that's just the gist of this team. Very scary matchup. I could actually lose this game, which is very terrifying depending on what he brings. It's going to come down to some plays. It's going to come down to some luck. If he flinches me with a freaking Bisharp, I'm going to be pissed. But this set should work, honestly. Like, it really should. And what was the special attack investment for? I forget what the special attack was on this thing. What am I doing? I'm so professional. Lovely. Alright, that's it. That's it for this video, guys. Thank you guys so much for watching. MPC link will be down in the description, as well as my opponent if he does have a channel. And we'll see you guys next time with the battle. Bye-bye.